but I've been basically doing other videos and stuff and doing videos for other people and stuff, so I didn't have a lot of time. But here's the video you guys have been waiting for. These are you guys sending me questions about Pretty Little Liars and me answering them. So it's y'all's questions, I answer. Alright, so the first question is, which two characters would you have liked to be together that did not get together? Okay, I know this right off the top of my head. Number one, Mike and Mona. I just felt like they've really understood each other. They've both been the oddballs out of the show, and they both have went through some really tough times, especially mentally. And the fact that the writers did not have them be in game and or really talk about their mental state of mind and the crap that they went through, I just feel like was a disservice. I honestly also wish that when Mike was going through his depressive state and Mona was going through her, they clarified it as multiple personality disorders. I just felt like they really should have, that's when their relationship should have started. They should have found comfort in each other during those times. But literally the writers wrote them off as like, oh yeah, they love each other, they want to be together, but is Mona using Mike to get closer to Aria? Are they not doing that? Do they really love each other? Do they not? And I just felt like they genuinely did so well together, and then the writers didn't do anything with it, and I was so upset. Number two is Travis and Hannah. I've stated this before, just like the Mike and Mona relationship, but honestly, Travis was so unproblematic, and the fact that he was willing to risk basically his family and his privacy and everything, and his I think his father's business or whatever, just to get his mom off the hook. Because remember, Hannah's mom was accused of offing Detective Wilden and stuff, and so her mom was in some real bad trouble, and he's the one that had the information saying that no, that's not what happened. Her mom drove off before Detective Wilden was offed and stuff, so he was very much alive whenever Ashley Marin left, and they really seemed like such a good couple, and the writers didn't do anything with it. And I think it's because they wanted Hannah and Caleb to be in game, which I'm not complaining over that, but I just felt like this relationship should have been given some time, first off. And second off, Hannah and Caleb did break up, and then Caleb got with Spencer. You know how I feel about that. And then got back together. So this TV series was a roller coaster of different relationships, and the better relationships are the ones that either didn't get enough screen time or didn't get shown at all. Like, they went on like one date together, and like we'd never heard of him again. Like, it was so terrible. Okay, question number two, and I love this question, y'all, because I think let me know down in the comments if you want me to do a video on who I think A should be and why. Please ask that in the comments, because I really want to talk more about this. It's, if you could have chosen who A was, who would you have chose? Y'all, this duo right here. Mona would have been the first A that the girls found out about, but Uber A would have been Aria. And I'm telling you, so many things add up to it, as well as the fact that Aria is when you watch season 1, episode 1, you get this sense, even all of season 1, you get this sense that the show is supposed to be mainly focused around Aria. Like, we see Aria first whenever we're introduced to the characters. We get more instance into Aria's life. Aria is the one that's not tortured by A the most. And even the things that A makes Aria do is something that it kind of benefits Aria, like the whole Jackie situation, the whole telling your mom about her dad's cheating and stuff. Like, a lot, like, with as much crap as Aria does, cheating on her boyfriends, any boyfriend that she has, her relationship with her teacher, everything that she does that A could use as bait to publicly humiliate her does not happen. Like, A has so much bait on her, and it's never ever put out there. But if someone else were to do it, it would immediately be put out there. And so anytime that A was going after Arya, it would be going after either Arya's enemies, or it would not, what information A had would not target Arya directly. So, and we already know why I love Mona as she was the perfect A reveal. Any other A reveals after that was like, The only other reveals that I like about, the A reveals are the people that have helped A out. So, for instance, Spencer helped A, Toby helped A. The reasoning behind it was to keep each other safe. So I understood things like that, but I'm just saying I could do a whole video on how Arya's, all her crash outs, all of the information that she has, the fact that she's been called Big A so many times, the way that the show has hinted at her being A so many times. And I think the only reason why they didn't make her Uber A is because the fans figured it out and the writers wanted to be like, oh, y'all thought it was Arya, or y'all thought it was going to be this person, y'all thought it was going to be Ezra. Psych, we're going to pull an A out of our behinds so we can trick y'all. And I felt that, and it was just no need. All right, so the next question is, what is your opinions on Arya? And I have done a video about this before, so I'm not going to go too in deep with it, but I have a love-hate relationship for Arya. Like, I felt like sometimes she knew what was best for people, and sometimes whenever she would get mad at certain characters, it would make me upset because I'm just like, girl, you've done even worse. Or I'm like, girl, this person was just trying to protect you or whatever. Like, she really did not like people in her business, but she was so okay with being in everybody else's business. Is there a character that I think is underrated? So, yes. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Alex. And no, not Alex, Spencer's twin sister that's evil and from Britain. I mean season 1 Alex, Spencer's unproblematic boyfriend. Yes, we love Toby, but I love Alex the most. I feel like they should have spent more time together, especially after that disgusting relationship with Rin. And of course, the Ian situation. I just felt like he was the perfect boyfriend for the timing. Like, I really love that. Then Wayne Fields, for obvious reason, best dad in the show and probably best guy in the show all around. Like, everybody does PLL rankings, which I think I want to do that next. But in their PLL rankings, they never add him in like God tier, which is supposed to be the top tier. And I feel like that's where his character should be. And he's so underrated in the fact that the writers offed him in the later seasons saying that he passed away in war just was so disheartening. I was like, really? I was like, so all the good guys just aren't here. Rosewood is just full of disgusting, crappy guys. And I just was so upset. And the best thing I loved about him is that he wasn't even really around that much because he was always deployed, but yet he always cared about his family. Whenever he was there with his family, everything was organized, everything was right, people felt safe. He really made sure that everybody that was in his presence felt safe and trusted and secured, and I love that. Next is Samara. I think the reason why they cut her off is because I think she was supposed to be joining the Vampire Diaries around this time, or maybe the originals, because they really had her and Emily in a relationship, and I felt like she was so not toxic, and I really love her character. Like, when Emily was in a really bad situation and stuff, she made sure to have her back. She made sure to take all the pressure off of Emily. Like, I just really loved her. Next is Holden, Arya's bestie. Now, we should have had more of their relationship, their friendship. I don't think it should have developed into a relationship. Just because you are around, you have a guy and a girl together doesn't mean that they have to be in a relationship. One fact I learned about him is that he, I think, officiated Arya and Ezra's wedding. Ew. But other than that, he was a good guy. Next is Travis. I already talked about him, but it's Travis. And then I'm running out of time, but I'm going to answer this in a part 2. And it's basically asking who I felt like went through the worst torture, physically and mentally. Part 2.